funny about life, when everything's going great, you just, I don't know, kind of forget to be thankful sometimes. You know, when the things aren't working right, well, all of a sudden, you know, you're asking for a lot of help. Okay, well, I'm Dave, and this is your Best Dual Sport Bikes, and this is also your pennant racing channel on this product. And what I mean by that is I got hit real hard out of the blue. Never saw it coming with COVID about a week ago, and couldn't get out of bed, basically couldn't walk. My throat hurt so bad. It was extremely hard to swallow. Yeah, and then your health and your livelihood and so forth was just kind of taken away from you. So I found myself right going, oh, please let my throat quit hurting. Please let my throat quit hurting. Please let me be able to swallow. Please let me be able to walk, my back to quit hurting, my legs to quit hurting, you know, so many different things. And then once they started to get it fixed, it's funny, then like the next day I didn't find myself going, oh, thank you that everything's working, right? It just kind of moved on to the next thing to whine about. So it's good to put things in perspective. Now I'm back to every morning just going, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't care who hears it, whether it's higher powers of the universe, it does not matter, man. You just get up and just be so thankful for so many things. It's good. Keeps me from complaining. And I'm thankful for you right now. And thankful for this simple little thing. You might be too. So it's just an oversized exhaust valve cover. Now on these new 23 and 24 TBI bikes, 250s and 300s only, they have a completely different exhaust valve mechanism. And it used to be that spooge that got into the exhaust valve cover just drained down into the transmission. Nowadays that doesn't happen. So people kind of whine again about spooge coming out of their tailpipe. Well, it doesn't have anywhere to go like it used to. This kind of came about because, you know, I thought, well, hey, look, I'm going to put a drain on the bottom of this stock cover, and I'm going to run it down through a hose into a chamber, and then, you know, the spooge can drip down into that, and then you could empty the chamber. Well, it gained bottom and mid, but it didn't lose any top, and I'm telling John, and he's all, yeah, I'm going to build a bigger one and see what it does. And he said, oh my God, it really added big time to the bottom and mid. On the 300s, it was, you know, a decent hit. In the middle, you know, kind of too much for my personal liking, but a lot of people would love it. And then, I mean, that's why we were doing it. And then an article came out in this Transmoto magazine in Australia where the KTM engineer was telling them, oh yeah, this is a torque chamber. And its deal is, you know, with their whole new exhaust valve configuration, basically when the exhaust valve is closed down there on the bottom, it opens up this port that you see here, and it lets all the pressure drain into the front of the exhaust cover, and it bleeds off through this hole you see here into the side, into the exhaust cover on the side, and that increases your head pipe volume. So that really helps bottom to mid, and then when the exhaust valve closes for a higher RPM running, it closes this off, and then you get the smaller exhaust volume, which helps with top. So it's like having two pipes in one, or better, broader overall power. I'm kind of thinking that this other company, TSP, may have read that article and realized, oh wow, we could make a bigger cover, because it's really interesting that within probably a day or two of each other, what we had come up with and what they decided to put out there are almost identical. In fact, I think they are absolutely identical. What's not identical, though, is the price. This is $59.95 with the new gasket. Theirs is $129.95, more than twice the price. See, now that's kind of a ripoff. Yeah, that's a ripoff there. But I guess they figure their name is worth a lot more. But anyhow, we got it done, put it out there, farmed it out, quite a few people, and the feedback was always the same. Man, that thing's good, that thing's good, that thing's good, especially on 250s. On 300s sometimes though, and you might ask the question, okay, if it's that much better, why didn't KTM make a bigger one like yours? And I think the answer would be because they had to shoot for a general overall smooth power, and they like to duplicate products to save money. This, they probably dulled it down for a smoother 300, where it could have been better on the 250, but heaven forbid you make two different products for two different bikes, because it might cost you another $1. You know, I don't think this thing's too expensive to make, but that's just how they think nowadays. On 300s, depending on the situation, especially if you don't have traction, you know, you could have a pretty decent mid-range hit, and that might be too much for you. Also keep in mind that if you change pipes, like a Pro Circuit pipe has a bigger head pipe volume, you'll feel that mid-range hit. That plus this might be too much. ECU reprogramming, the different reeds that we've got, if you had a higher compression head, it could be kind of gnarly in the mid. Keep that in mind. Now I will say the few people that did try this, that had the high compression heads, go, wow, this hit like that did. What I did was I took off that high compression head and put the stock one back on, and now I have better overall smoother power that pulls a lot harder on top. I don't have to run the high compression. I don't have to run the fancy gas. I don't have the extra heat in there, which you don't want the heat. I'm not beating in all my components with that extra compression. So that was cool. Keep that in mind. Maybe before spending a bunch of money on a head insert, try something like this first, along with the new reeds we've got and the reed stops, which will increase volumetric efficiency. Hey, it's simple. You know, it's a lot more simple than doing the head stuff, a lot less money, and a lot less wear on your components. So anyhow, now you understand kind of what this thing does. It's worth giving it a shot. I say save $70 and just buy the more cost-effective one of the two. Well, thanks for watching. I hope you have a great day. And again, I am thankful for you.